Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be learning about simplified algebraic expressions. We got some terminology we got to learn real quick, and then we'll get to the examples. On the board here, I have two examples. The first one, x plus 3, then I got 3y squared minus 6y plus 4. The first thing we have to understand are what are terms, because we're going to be simplifying terms. In this first example, we have two terms. Terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. So this is one term. This is two terms. In the second example, we have three terms. So you guys can see the difference. The difference is there. There's three there. They can be separated by a plus or a minus. The other thing we have to know is what's the difference between a constant term and a variable term. All right. Well, a variable, that's x or y. So variable terms have a letter from the alphabet. X, Y, Z, could be whatever it is. So this is a variable term. This is a variable term. This is a variable term. Okay? If there is no variables in the term, we call it a constant term. Okay? This is a constant term. This is a constant term. No variables. And the last thing you have to understand is what a coefficient is. A coefficient, those are the numbers in front of variables. So 3 is a coefficient and 6 is a coefficient. Okay, now that we know that, we can get into the lesson. All right, the first phrase you're going to hear me use a lot is called CLT. And that stands for combine like terms. All right, so let's look at this example. What is 3x plus 5x? Well, hopefully you guys know what that is 8x. I can combine those because they have the same term. They each have an x. But if I ask you, what is 3x plus 5? Well, one of those is a variable term. One of those is a constant term. I can't combine those. Those are not like terms. They each don't have an x, or they're each not constant. So the answer to this is just 3x plus 5. I can't combine those. So we can only combine like terms. Now, the thing you have to remember, though, is multiplication is a little bit different. What happens what is 3x times 5? All right, well, 3x times 5, I can combine that because it's multiplication. 3x times 5 is just 15x. So understanding that difference is really important. Let's take a look at 3 quick examples. Example 1, here we go. Example 1, we've got 2y minus 6 plus 4y plus 8. So we've got 4 terms, we've got some constant terms, some variable terms. We're combining like terms. That's all we can do. What I like to do is I like to underline or circle the one that are like terms. So the 2y and the 4y I can combine. So when I do 2y plus 4y, I know that's going to be 6y. And then I can combine the minus 6. Again, that minus sign is with the 6 plus 8. So minus 6 plus 8 is positive 2. So that is my answer, 6y plus 2. It's that simple. We're just going to be combining like terms. Another quick example. Example 2. We're just going to talk about the distributive property. So if I have 5 times a quantity, x plus 4. Okay, we call this the distributive property. I'll write that up here. Distributive, or distribute. I'll just write that to remind you guys. So when we do this, we have to take 5 times the x, which is 5x, and then 5 times 4, which is plus 20. We can't combine any like terms, so this is our answer. Let's take a look at one more, then that will be good for today. Example 3 looks like this. We're going to have 2 times the quantity, 3 plus 7x, minus 15. Don't forget about the order of operations. So we look to the parentheses. It's 3 plus 7x. We cannot combine those. So we have to distribute first. So when we distribute, we're going to get 2 times 3, which is 6. Then 2 plus 2 times 7x is 14x minus 15. Make sure to check to see if you can combine any like terms. In this case, we can. We can combine the 6 and the minus 15. So when I rewrite my final answer, I'm going to write the x term, the variable term first. So I'm going to have 14x. Can't combine that with anything. And then I'm going to have the 6 minus 15. So 6 minus 15, that's going to be negative 9. So combine those right terms. That is my final answer.